Hello, and welcome to Monday Night Live. We are at the end of March. Can you believe that? How has our first quarter of the year gone so quickly? I'm Yvonne Shepherd. I am the founder and CEO of Women's Fitness Adventures. Every Monday night, I come to you live, sharing my thoughts, comments, and key questions that I've had during the week about everything hiking related in the world of women. Generally women over 50, but women in general. So all those things that you want to know about hiking for women, this is the place to be. So thank you if you are watching live, and if you're watching the replay, please let us know. I'd love to know where you're watching from. I'm just going to pop a little post, going to pop a little post in here, Monday Night Live, 27th of March. There you go. So nice to have you here. And if you are watching live, as always, please let me know and feel free to join the conversation. We had a very good chat last week, comments in the comment box as well. So really worth being here live if you can. And hi, Karen. Hi, how are you? That I can't see you either. So unless you say hello, I really don't know who you are. You know who I am. So please pop in there and say hello. And hello, Carolyn. How are you? Look forward to catching up with you later on tonight. So during the week, we continued on the theme of hiking fitness, and last week we had some questions around that as well. And our members had a masterclass a couple of weeks ago now on hiking fitness. And I've been fielding lots of questions, lots of comments, and lots of feedback on hiking fitness since that masterclass that we had. So I'm going to share some updates to that and just some thoughts. And if you have any questions around hiking fitness, then please feel free to pop them in the comments below. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Jennifer. And hi, Ellen as well. And one of the main things for hiking fitness there's a lot of main things. It's how do I maintain my hiking fitness? How do I start my hiking fitness? How do I, stop myself from falling off the wagon, all those kinds of things when it comes to our hiking fitness. And the thing that is most important is, to get a hiking fitness, you have to get started to begin with. And that's where I'm going to talk today, because once we get started, we get on a bit of momentum, and then we can either continue in that cycle of our hiking fitness at maintenance level, or we can opt out. And opting out happens to some of us when we lose motivation, and motivation comes, well, it doesn't actually arrive. You actually have to go and get it. And many times, this might be the love slap that some of you are looking for. Others, it might be you might have moved beyond this. Sometimes it's the language that we say to ourselves. It's the self-sabotaging that we do. It's setting ourselves up for failure before we've even started, that mean that we don't even get started, or we don't progress on our hiking journey or our hiking fitness journey. So hello, Marianne, and hello, Alethea as well. And I'm talking about, when we say, I know what I need to do, but I'm just not motivated. I should be doing that, but I'm just not motivated. Should be right, I'm just not motivated. Motivation isn't a bus or a train that's going to come along. Motivation needs to come from within. And I know that having a goal generally keeps most people motivated. However, some people can have a goal and still not have motivation, and get to the last minute and think that it will be okay, and then blame, I should have done the training, I should have done this, I should have done that. And really it's too late. It's too much after the fact. So our hiking fitness, when we get to a certain level, is maintained by not only our level of motivation, but it's also maintained by the way we speak to ourselves and the things we do that set us up for success or set us up for failure, but also the things that then have become a habit to us as well. And hi, Cherie, Alison, and Jack. So, have you ever said to yourself, I'm going to get up early in the morning, I'm going to set my alarm, and I'm going to get out of bed, and I'm going to go for a walk, and then the morning comes around and you just press the snooze button and you roll over and go back to sleep. And then you do that again and again and again. And I don't know about you, but if I do that, I have this conversation in my head, you should get up, you shouldn't get up. And that time in bed is actually just a waste of time. It's a time that I'm having conversations to myself and feeling guilty that I'm still in bed and not out walking. And I've literally set myself up to fail. So if I have no intention of getting out of bed, then just don't set the alarm, because you're just setting yourself up to failure. Set the alarm for an hour later when you do get out of bed, or go for a walk the night before. Find the space where you're not going to set yourself up for failure, and that will make the road to your hiking fitness a much, much smoother journey. Because once we've done that, once we've set ourselves up for the failure, the guilt, just a simple thing like I might not exercise in the morning and I'll do it this afternoon. But this afternoon, there are so many things that can get in the way that we don't get to it. So, think about that self-sabotage, the setting ourselves up for failure, the guilt that gets in our way. If it was a doctor's appointment, you wouldn't move it. So a doctor's appointment may be more important to you. So have a think about what is it that motivates you to make you successful to do that thing that will move you forward in your hiking fitness journey, or what is it that's more of a priority that takes you, that was a big loud bang, that takes you away from, just turn this phone down, that takes you away from your hiking fitness. But the other thing is our words. And I hear these words over and over again. I'm just not fit enough. I just can't. I'm never going to make it. I'm never going to be fit enough. And you know what? I think I said this a few weeks ago. I listened to the Australian women's over 50 marathon, the world marathon champion, Krishna Stanton. And she said that all you have to do as a runner, sure, we're all not going to be on the world stage, is show up. All you have to do in your hiking fitness journey is show up and move, and do that with consistency, and you will propel yourself forward. It may not be fast, it may not be fabulous in the beginning, but it will move you forward. And, if we apologize for being last or being slow, we are then self-sabotaging as well, because we need to get over that to start with, because you are doing so much better than everyone who didn't get out of bed, who made up an excuse, who sat on the couch, who rolled over with the alarm clock. If you are out there and you are moving with regularity, then you are amazing, and you are well on your way to your hiking fitness journey. It may be slower than you think. It may take longer than you think, but you are doing more than most people do, and you are setting yourself up for success. So we need to move away from the guilt, move away from the words, I'm sorry, I'm slow, I'm last, I'll never get there, and show up with the mindset of I'm right where I need to be, and if I keep showing up, I'm going to be right where I need to be, and putting in that effort. Because we often, and we've spoken about this before, often get overwhelmed by the end goal that we have for ourselves and don't break it down into small little chunks. And I see this when we're out on a trail and we have a big hill. And today we had, we had a 3 out and back on 3 different trails. But I broke it down into little bits for everyone. This is our first thing, out and back. And it doesn't seem so overwhelming. And that is what we do with our fitness. That's what we do with a trail, is we literally just take each step as it comes, because all we have is the piece that we're doing right now. If we miss the piece that we're doing right now, if my training plan is 10 weeks long and I miss the first month, then I'm always playing catch up. So I need to just jump in there and take it as a plan does, build it up slowly and progressively. And then this is the great thing, and I'm just going to check in on Sandra's comment before I come to that. It says, one thing I was reminded of in this month's masterclass was the importance of having a goal. It makes it easier to consistently put in the work. Absolutely. And I know in conversations with some people that their goal, they don't have a goal anymore, and the motivation isn't there. But if we show up with consistency, and if we show up time and time again, we will get to our hiking goal. And no one else can do that work for us. And someone said to me, well, how do in the masterclass we spoke about maintaining hiking fitness, and I'm now retired and the training plan is full on and it's 7 days a week, and how would I fit that in if I was working? And how do the people who go on lots of hikes maintain their fitness to be ready at the drop of a hat if someone suggested, hey, let's go here? The key is that when you get to a certain level of fitness and you've been putting in that consistency over time of showing up and moving forward, and even if that increment is 1% or 0.5% every week, you're forming a habit. And when you form the habit, it's not about making time. It's about you found the time and put something in its place where it needs to be. And if your habit is now turning off the alarm clock, if your habit is now getting to the end of the day and saying, I can't now make my time for fitness, I can't make my time for the gym, my time for exercise, my time for yoga, my time for just sitting down and, doing some meditation, then, sorry for all these dings, then that is what you are making a habit of as well. But the other thing is to do, we can all find habits or things that serve us for a while, but eventually they get to a point where they're not serving us that well for the long term. But fitness or movement, showing up with consistency in your life for your health, is something that will bring you long-term rewards and serves you. Now, something I do that's naughty, that doesn't serve me well, is I have a stupid game on my phone and I can get sucked off into that. And that doesn't serve me. And eventually it gets to the point where it is just literally a total waste of time. But I know that if I put my energy into something that served me and was the gift that was compounding and kept giving every time I put something in, then that would be a much better habit for me, because that game is not about skill. That game is just about wasting time. If it was learning a new course, or if it was reading a book or something that I formed the habit of playing that gave me new knowledge, new skills, then that's a habit that I would want to develop. So I'm sure that, and if you have one, that you have a habit that doesn't serve you well, or a hobby, or just something that you get to that point where the value is just not in it for you anymore, then it's time to shift away from that. So if the habit is turning off the alarm every morning and not getting out of bed and not going for your walk, eventually that's not going to serve you well. Just don't set the alarm. Don't have the intention going for a walk. Find something else that works for you if your goal is fitness. Because the key is, don't set yourself up to fail. That's just miserable. If you're going to go for a walk 5 days a week and you don't get out of bed 5 days a week, and you do that for weeks and weeks on end, the motivation is going to wane. You've sabotaged everything. You end up feeling guilty and setting yourself up to fail because your fitness doesn't move on. So that is if you are wanting to get started in your fitness, or you're wanting to up it to the next level, is find the thing that you can build into to show up with consistency that gives you that cycle that keeps going, that creates a habit. And it's the same thing when we get to that level of fitness that we've been on a hike, we've been on an adventure, we're up here, we've trained and got to here, and have a rest and have a recovery, but then just maintain it. It doesn't mean you have to do the same level of training all the time because you've reached a certain level already. You just have to maintain it. And then when it's time to go on the next adventure in a month or 2 or 3 or a year, if you're just maintaining and bubbling along at that nice level of pace where you can comfortably do, X, then you just need to step it up marginally. But if you drop off, you need to step it up a lot. So it's making that showing up with consistency a great habit. I hope that's ringing some good bells in some of your thoughts and minds there. I'd love to know if you would like to comment. But we do we do need to show up to do the work. And we were commenting this morning that swimming fitness is not like hiking fitness, is not like running fitness. You know, each fitness has its own thing. So and I think I said this in our masterclass, we can kid ourselves if we think that doing Pilates, which is fantastic and great as our all over body workout, is a substitute for the trail, or walking the dog is a substitute for the trail, unless the dog and you are out on the trails all the time. So it's, you know, working out what your goals are. I think that's really important, that everybody takes time to do that, because with hiking, I've seen it the world over, and I was counting up the number of hikes I've done in the 9 years since Women's Fitness Adventures, and I reckon, like multi-day ones, it would have to be 60 odd hikes. And so I've seen it the world over of how many people, not just with our adventures, because all of our adventurers are pretty much successful and do most of the trails when we go, but people all over the world, the average success rate is 60% of people will finish a multi-day hike. So not us. I'm not saying us at all. We're a much higher rate than that. Most people who come on our hikes will finish them because people think it's easier than they tell us. No, it can't be that hard. Such and such did it. No, I don't have to train. How hard can it be? They'll get me over the line. But I know from feedback with our members is, I'm so glad I did the training. And someone said that this morning. It is yesterday, a fantastic feeling when you know you've put in the effort, you get on the trail and you arrive at the end of the day feeling tired but great, knowing that your body hasn't fallen apart, your mind is still intact because you haven't beaten yourself up all day, and that you will sleep well and know that you can do it again the next day. And that's because the training was put in there. And that's because, coming back full circle, the motivation was there. The self-sabotage had gone away. It was made a priority. The words, the words and the thoughts that we have in our minds play a lot as well. And if you find that you keep making reasons not to get out of bed to go for your walk, or to be consistently showing up for your exercise, whatever that is, then dig deeper to find out what it really is that's stopping you from doing it. What is it really? Is it that it's not important? Is it that you have competing interests and other things are and other things are more pressing for you? Is it that you don't want to do it alone, that you need an accountability buddy? So have a think about that. I'll just share Colette's comment here. Calling it work is not a positive thing. So, you do have to put in the work. A walk in the bush is fun. Yeah, absolutely, it's fun. But if you want to step it up, then you do need to do some training to step it up. But it is fun, and it is a relaxing, happy place. And then you go for fun, and it's not a real effort to get up and go. And it's not about going for the bushwalk. It's about, I think, the training there. But that is a really valid point, Colette. Thank you. And Ellen says, in the 12 months today since I finished the Great Ocean Walk, and the only reason I completed it was all the training I did beforehand. My 3 words for the year are keep turning up, and they really work. Training for a hike is enjoyable because you are hiking outside. Absolutely. And thank you for sharing that, Ellen and Colette. And Sandra as well, the importance of having a goal. And exercise is a dirty word anyway, I think so. And movement is probably a much better word, because movement for our fitness goal or hiking fitness goal is also movement for life and being able to move. And today we were doing something, Jack, you'll resound with. We were practicing getting up off the ground today, up and down off the ground, and how important it is to have the flexibility and mobility to be able to get up and down off an outside ground, not an inside carpet ground. And yesterday we were also practicing how to get and simulating how to get out of a chair, a lounge chair, without momentum of rocking yourself forward or pushing your arms down to get up out of a chair, but just literally putting your feet on the ground, squeezing your bottom, a really comfy armchair, and standing up. So all of those things as well are things we can do with consistency and showing up in our lounge room as well. So hiking fitness comes in all sorts of forms. So I really wanted to share that the goal to hiking fitness is what we say to ourselves and what we say out loud to others. Sorry, apologize, I'm slow, I'm last. Whether we set ourselves up to fail or not. So that alarm clock in the morning, if that's not working, turn it off and find the time that does work, because the guilt will eat you up. And show up with consistency and make it a habit. You know, as everyone says here, training is enjoyable because you are outside. Being in the bush is fun because you are outside. And do something that serves you well, that keeps on giving. And we all know the benefits of Mother Nature and how great she is for us. So lots and lots of things we could continue to talk about with hiking fitness. So a couple of things that I want to just share for our members, and I know there's a few of you watching, and there's probably some other people watching who I don't know who you are. I'd love it if you could just own up and say hello. Is we have our Member Connect on this Wednesday night. So no matter where you live in the world, you can connect if the time works for you on Wednesday night, which should be loads of fun. Got a couple of key things in there that are designed to give a laugh and connect from wherever you are. No set theme, just a couple of fun things. And that our book club is coming up as well. We have Stadium Stomp in Adelaide, Melbourne, Brisbane, and potentially Sydney coming up as well. So we have teams there, and that is loads of fun. Don't think of stairs as hard work. Think of Stadium Stomp as super fun. Our Pyrenees trek in September, we have 4 spots left on that. So come hike the French and the Spanish Pyrenees with us, 120 kilometres in 7 days. It's going to be loads of fun as we hike some, our little known trail takes us into some of the escape routes from World War II. So lots of rich history as we hike those trails there. We have our New Zealand Coast Bush and Canyons, and the girls are actually over in New Zealand at the moment, heading off on our Southern Lakes adventure. And I know a few of you watching have done that in the last couple of years. So look out for some photos from them on our Facebook page this week. And just last week, we put our Port Douglas Tropical Fitness Adventure up on the website. And it only has 4 places left as well. So that is a fabulous one. We stay at a wonderful, wonderful private residence, and our guides take us to some hidden gems of the tropics of far north Queensland. So if you are looking for a tropical adventure or a New Zealand adventure, or certainly the Pyrenees, come with us. They're on our website now, and spaces are still available, but I'm pretty sure that they won't stay for very long. And of course, training plans for all of those are included as well. And of course, our book club starts soon. Yes, you are, Pauline. You were first booked for Port Douglas. So that's very, very exciting. So yeah, there's quite a few of you booked in very quickly for that one. So really looking forward to that one. That will be our 3rd time for doing that one. Our 2nd time for Coast Bush and Canyons, and they're over there in New Zealand on our 3rd one. Pyrenees is first time for us. And the first ones, sometimes we say with our first ones, if you want to do it, because they may not come again. And there's been a few that won't come again. Our overland track, probably our bungles that we did years ago. Where else did we go? Parts of some of the trails we do, national parks close off some access over the years. So there's different places that we're not able to go as well. So yeah, lots and lots of different options there. And yeah, Meg's looking forward to New Zealand in October. And I just spoke to Jane before, and she said it's very nice over there. It's cool. It's about 10 degrees cooler than here in Queensland, which is still having its eternal summer. So that's it from me. If you are a member, I'd love you to register for Member Connect on Wednesday night. And of course, Cardio Boost and Functional Fitness, they're all on again this week as well. And Functional Fitness number 49 in the on-demand library is live. I'll send an update in the newsletter tomorrow morning. It is live, so number 50 will be coming up very soon. Who would have thought? Now in our 4th year of functional fitness. So if you are watching and you're not a member, then you can click on this link here to join our membership. I'll pop that in the thing below. We've had lots of new members in the past couple of weeks. Our Couch to Mountain program applications have now closed, and we have sent out some offers. We're still working through our applicants, but lots of applicants this year for that amazing program that is happening as well. So if you've applied, stay tuned to hear from us as we work through all those applications. But that's it from me tonight. If you have further questions or further comments on hiking fitness or want some additional support or anything like that, then just drop a note in the comments below, or you can email us at the office. But that's it from me. Next week, I know I'm based here in Brisbane, but I know that for the east coast of Australia, daylight savings ends. So Monday Night Live will be at 5 o'clock for those in New South Wales, Victoria and Tasmania next week. And South Australia moves back half an hour, so it'll actually be at 4:30 for you. But if you can't make it live, then you can certainly watch the replay. So, just stay tuned for that. All right, well, thank you, and I look forward to catching up with you next week. Talk soon. Bye-bye.